Good afternoon, everybody, and once again, welcome all of you, all the students of 7th standard. I have completed second lesson of civics, preambles to the constitutions, informations about our government, what are the rules are there, that we have completed. Justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, these values. Third one lesson is there of the civics, that is the features of a constitutions. So instead of that, today we will turn toward the history, that is the fifth lesson of our history, the foundation of Swaraj. This one will start the foundation of a Swaraj. See how the Swaraj was founded. What is the Shivaji Maharaj history is there, most of the history. I know that you have learnt in a 4th standard. Only the scope is a little bit wider here. The scope of knowledge is a little bit wider. In a 4th standards there another information is there, and here a little bit another. Means same variations are there. More they try to add more little bit knowledge. More knowledge here in the 7th standard. So foundation of the Swaraj, how was the base of Swaraj, how Shivaji Maharaj established the Swaraj. So in the first half of the 7th century, when we are saying that first half of the 17th century means after the 1600, when Shivaji 1601, 1602 up to the 1650, this up to this duration, 50 years duration is called as the first half of the 17th century, and second half means after the 1651 to the 1700, that is the second half of the 17th century. So in the first half of the 17th century, an epoch-making personality emerged in the Maharashtra. An epoch-making, that is to change the futures, to change the world personality. That extraordinary personality emerged or born in a Maharashtra. The future of Maharashtra was in this personality's hand, that is the Shivaji Maharaj's hand. He established the Swaraj by challenging the unjust ruling powers here. So Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, he established the Swaraj. He established the Swaraj here by the challenging the unjust ruling powers here. What are the unjust ruling powers were there in the Maharashtra? He challenged them. By challenging that unjust ruling power, he set up Swaraj in the Maharashtra. Swaraj, that is the people's government, Hindavi Swaraj for the Maharashtrian peoples. This Swaraj Shivaji Maharaj established in the Maharashtra by challenging the powers. Those were the ruling powers were there in the Maharashtra. These powers, they were unjust, they were not good. So he challenged them. He opposed them. By challenging, he set up or established Swaraj here in the Maharashtra. Shivaji Maharaj was born at the Shivneri Fort near Junnar in Pune district. Shivaji Maharaj, he was born on the Shivneri Fort. That Shivneri Fort, it is near Pune, means in the Pune district. Junnar is the place near the Pune. So in the Junnar area, Shivneri Fort is there. On the Shivneri Fort, Shivaji Maharaj was born. Everybody knows that he was born on the 19th February 1630. On the day of Falgun Vaidya Tritiya in the Shaka years 1951, that is a Marathi. According to the Marathi calendar, he was born on the Vaidya Tritiya in the Shaka year 1551, that is on 19th February 1630 he was born. That So this child Shivaji was born on a Shivneri fort on the 19th February 1630. Shivneri fort, it is in a Pune district. It is at Junar, near Junar. The Shivneri fort is near Junar in a Pune district. So there on this fort he was born on the 19th February. So at the Shivneri fort he was born there. In this chapter we will study how he founded the Swaraj, and after some years of his birth, when he grown up properly, after that when he became the 14-15 years old, from that time how he started his work, and after the age of his 50 how he worked, that we are learning. How he started or how he set up, founded and established the Swaraj, that also we are learning in this lesson. So here the first point, that is the Shahaji Raje. Now maybe the question there in our mind, who was Shahaji Raje? What was the relation between the Shahaji Raje and the Shivaji? So Shahaji Raje, he was the father of Shivaji Raje. There was a father and son relation between them. So Shahaji Raje, he was the father of Shivaji Maharaj, and Shahaji Raje was a preeminent Sardar in the Deccan. He was one of the important Sardar in the Deccan, in the south. He served for the Mughals, he served for Adil Shah, he served for the Nizam Shah. In their court, he was a Sardar for some specific time. So Shahaji Raje, he was a preeminent, one of the most violent, important, courageous, noteworthy Sardar from the south in the Deccan. Mughals had launched campaigns to conquer the Nizam Shahi kingdom. Mughals, they launched one campaign to conquer the Nizam Shahi kingdom. They launched one campaign, they launched their army. Their army was proceeded. They were proceeding toward Nizam Shahi's kingdoms to attack on Nizam Shahi, to war against Nizam Shahi. The Adil Shah of Bijapur allied with the Mughals in these campaigns, and in that campaign Adil Shah also and the Mughals from the Delhi, there was a allied combinations of these two powers. Friendship treaty was signed between Adil Shah and Mughals, and by that treaty they both started campaigns to march on Nizam Shahi's kingdom. Allied powers, combinations, powers, joint operations of Mughal and Adil Shahs against the Nizam Shah started this. Shahaji Maharaj did not wish the Mughals to get an entry into the south, and Shahaji Raje here, he did not wish that, he did not want that Mughals should be enter in the south. It was against his wish. He don't like that Mughals should be enter in the south. So he tried to save Nizam Shahi by offering a stiff resistance to the Mughals. So he defended stiff resistance. He tried to protect Nizam Shahi's kingdom by his power, by his might, soldiers, that strong resistance. He blocked the Mughals before to enter the Nizam Shahi's kingdom or before to enter into Maharashtra. Strongly defended, but he could not withstand combined might of the Mughals and the Nizam Shah, Adil Shah. But he was unable, he could not withstand that, because there were two combined mighty forces, allied forces were there. So in front of that allied forces, it was impossible for him to withstand. Then also he tried his level, he tried his best there to be defend, and Nizam Shahi was defeated and came to an end in the 1636. But then also Nizam Shahi's kingdom came to an end in the year 1636. He tried his best there, 100% he gave to be protect, to save the Nizam Shahis by from allied forces, but then also he did not succeed in that attempt, and Nizam Shahi came to an end in the year 1636 C. So this much you will see, remaining part you will see in next video. Till that time you will learn this. Thank you very much.